Okay, so I haven't done a reading app tutorial in a while. I've been a bit busy with classes, so I'm sorry. So I'm going to do a quick tutorial on red packets or red envelopes, whichever you would like to call it. Okay, so let's hit the reading app. We want to be in the reading app for this. Ignore the ads. And there's some shells. Now, I've been liking a lot of students lately, and they've been liking my books. So I've gotten a lot of shells recently, so let's give them out. So there are a couple of ways to give shells. The first is to give it to your class. So on the bottom of the screen, the second icon from the left is class. You can see I have a red dot next to mine. I'll move my little orange dot next to it. Okay. Click on class. And you can see my groups. Now, I've already given shell packets to my two groups, so I'm going to go into Lily's group, which is a students group, and I'm going to just give a shell packet here. So, I've hit discussions at the top. If you see at the top, there's little icons over here. You can pick where you want to go, ranking for who's gotten the most red flowers, and then discussions. You want to be in the discussion section of a class. Down here at the bottom, there's a little plus sign. Hit that plus, and the only option is to give the HongBao, which means a red bag in Chinese. Boop, click it. Now, since I'm entering it to a group, I have how many shells I want to give from my shells and the amount of envelopes I want to give, and there are 200 people in this group. And then I can leave a note if I want to. So I will choose to give a lucky number of 888 shells. And I'm going to let 88 people get it. That way it just stays on the edge of luck. This is Chinese lucky numbers. Okay, I'm not going to add a note. I'd never do that. And just throw it in there. In a moment, you should see that orange thing pop up. Sometimes it's delayed, sometimes it's slow, but eventually it will come up. Okay? The next way to give a red packet envelope is to give it specifically to someone. So I'm going to click on Lily's icon and I'm going to send a chat to her. And I want to specifically send her 88 shells. Okay? And she will get that directly. You don't have to pick the amount of shells. I think I did that too fast. So let me do it again. Let me pick one of my students from my group, someone who does all their homework. Oh, look, somebody opened one. Somebody sent one. So if you get a red pocket in your group, it's not loading, probably because my Wi-Fi is not connecting very well. There we go. So view details. They sent one red packet with 10 shells and they collected it themselves. Good. That's wonderful. So this girl was nice enough to say thank you to me. I've never had a conversation with her before, but I'm just going to... So you can click on her profile picture, tap the chat icon next to her profile picture at the top, and once again, the little plus in the bottom, the HongBao, and then type the amount. And I'm going to give her 66, which is another lucky number. She has 24 hours to open that envelope. The last way you can do it is from the home page, go up to the chats, and you can pick somebody from here. What did they send me? Oh, they sent me one. Okay, open it. They gave me 10 shells. Did they? They didn't open mine ever, did they? They never opened mine. Okay, well, I'm going to send them a new packet back. So the best way to be able to send packets is to already have a chat with the student. So if you want to send a red packet to one of your students for doing their homework, maybe you have them in your group, you can go to your group and pick the student. Like one of my students always does, shouldn't she be near the top? Yes, she is. Okay. She always does her homework. So what I can do is I can send her her own red packet specifically for her. You can also send group red packets through the chat. Okay, this is going to be funny, and most of my guys probably won't notice it, but I'm going to go into my mentor group, and if they check, then they can all get shells. I'm just going to do the max of 1,000, and I'm going to let like 25 people get it, if they ever collect it. But yeah, you can do it the same way from the notification bell, or you can do it from the class section. You can send directly to a student, but you probably need to send them a message first or have had other recent contact like a group list. And that's the red packets.